bring Jose Mourinho back to Manchester United to make them better? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look, I have revised my opinion on the sacking of Jose over the last couple of years. I think we got it wrong. I think that the issue with Jose Mourinho when he got the sack the first time was he wasn't allowed to get rid of players. Remember, he said a few weeks ago, there's 3 players at that club still there now that I tried to get rid of in the first 3 months and I wasn't allowed to. He didn't get the certain signings he wanted, like Perisic. So Jose Mourinho's reign ended with the sack, but 3 things led to that. 1, he wasn't allowed to get rid of players. 2, he didn't get the players he wanted. And 3, the club listened to player power. Player power was born with Mourinho. It wasn't his fault. Players turned on him. Club listened to him. He got the sack. It shouldn't have happened. But that's not a reason to bring him back. This would be an absolute mistake. I like Jose. He's box office. We shouldn't have sacked him the first time, and we should learn from those lessons with any future manager. But we should absolutely not be bringing Jose Mourinho back to Manchester United. It represents everything that's wrong with Manchester United if we do that. No way, Jose, says Shane Smith. Get your comments in. I want to know what you're thinking. We've had a few coming in already and we'll certainly be reading those. But my opinion to start the show off with this, and we've got some other bits to talk about around the Rashford situation and a few other bits as well, but Jose Mourinho doesn't fit what I envisage Manchester United need to do to get back at the top of English football. Jose Mourinho is a busted flush in the Premier League. His style of football doesn't work. We saw it at Chelsea, we saw it at United, and we saw it at Spurs. His style of football doesn't work. Jose plays pragmatic football built on defence and, percentages. Look at everybody that's successful now. It's built on a press, it's built on possession, it's built on chance creation, it's built on a high line. Opposite virtually in every area of what Jose Mourinho is about. We won't see entertaining football. He's also a short-term fix. He never stays anywhere longer than 3 years. What's Jose going to do with Højlund, Garnacho, Mainu? What's he going to do with them? What's he going to do with a 5'10" centre-back like Martinez? This would be breaking apart everything that we're trying to build for some obsession around a manager FC. I like Jose, but he's not the one to do it. He's not the one to do it. He's really not. But I think that with regards to Jose, I don't see an avenue to go down here. I don't see an avenue to go down here at all. I really, really don't. I'm confused as to why people think that this might be a good idea. I really, really am. I think that it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And look, I'm going to look at the poll here. I don't know why it's got fucking look ahead as the thumbnail. I set this up myself. Why have we got look ahead on the thumbnail? What? Just don't get me angry tonight. I'm not in the mood. I've been driving for 5 hours. I was up at 5 fucking o'clock. I don't need thumbnails fucking about either. Sorry, I don't. Piss off. Do one. Knobheads. Right, I've saved that. Hopefully it will change. We'd be back playing boring football, says The Origin. Let's have a look at this. Oh my Christ. Oh my God. What the hell? What? 52% of you would take him back. What's happened to this community? What's happened to this community? 52% of you would take Jose back. I despair. I fucking despair. What's happened to you? What? Right, start telling me, have the balls, other than clicking yes on a poll, have the balls to get in the comments and tell me what you're fucking talking about. I haven't got a bloody clue. Jose Mourinho back, 52% of you. Why? Why? His football is boring. He focuses on short-term older players. It's not a good style of football. He won't be here long. He tried this before. He didn't win the league. I don't get it. You know what? Look, we're all about opinion. But I don't get this one. It's virtually the opposite of everything we need to do. We need to rebuild this club. We need to rebuild the foundation. We need to get back to playing entertaining football and go toe-to-toe with big teams with a long-term structure and vision. Jose's the opposite of every single one of those things. He doesn't play good football. He doesn't have a long-term vision. He's not really about structure and youth. And, he's about experience and building a team for the now. that gets a job done. And on top of that, the icing on the cake, he's done. He's finished. He can't even win Serie A anymore. He can't get anywhere near the Premier League. It'd be an absolute disaster. Look, what I will say is I do like Jose, and if United decide to do it, I'll back him like I backed Moyes, like I'd back Potter. I just cannot get on board with this. I don't understand it. So I need you to tell me. I really do. I certainly wouldn't want Mourinho back, but the guy who uses entertainment value, would be great to see him back in the Prem, says George. Yeah, I mean, look, he's box office. There's no doubt about that. Jose Mourinho is box office. I completely agree, but I don't want him in my office. I don't want him in my box. People who are voting yes, and people who don't like Ten Hag's style of football, not saying Jose would be better. Oscar, look, at the end of the day, if you want to divorce your wife, go and get someone better. Don't marry Susan Boyle. Like, you know, it's like a dirty protest. It's like shitting in your own bed. If you don't want Ten Hag here, go and get somebody better that's going to have a long-term vision. Don't get rid of Ten Hag just for anything else. We should promote some of the under 18, says Gaggled. No part of the bus football, thank you, says Matty. I certainly wouldn't want Mourinho back, but I've done that one from George. Thoughts on sporting director for Jose, says Dylan. I just despair at this. And I'm a Jose Mourinho fan. I like Jose, but this is just not what United should be doing. Mark, does Ten Hag bark when Rashford went out on town? When will Hag lose his rag when players act like clowns, says Sandeep? I think it would be a terrible move for Jose. He needs to move on to an international career. I think he's done, AJ. I did a video on That's Football last week talking about him going to Chelsea, and I said it'd be a massive mistake to get rid of Pochettino and replace him with Jose. It's romanticism. I'm not going to change it just because it's United. I think it's encouraging that he would come back now. He obviously sees positive change on the horizon. Maybe feels he would have the backing. Mate, Paul, I don't care if you give Mourinho 500 million. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it. I don't. If he went to Liverpool, I wouldn't be worried. If he went to Arsenal, I wouldn't be worried. If he went to Chelsea, I wouldn't be worried. I really like the guy. I think he's a legend of the game, but I think he's done. I think like Wenger in the last few years, he's finished. You know, people need to accept you're not great forever. You fall off. You do fall off. And I think he's fell off. I'm sorry. I think he's fell off. I don't think he's got that in him anymore. I don't think he's a modern manager in club football. I think it's romanticism. I think it's sentimentality. I think it will set us back. There is nothing about Mourinho's CV that fits in with what I want to see from Manchester United. I want to see innovation. I want to see a structure. I want to see a long-term vision. And I want to see good football. And he's never represented anything like that. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.